up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 5, Episode 6. So, how was you guys' Mother's Day? All the mothers out there. I had a wonderful Mother's Day. Mother's Day is never really a good holiday for me. But honey, this time Rocky went out with a bang. Went to go see Captain America. Oh my God, so good. You guys know I live for a superhero movie. I love the Avengers and Captain America and Iron Man and X-Men and all these wonderful movies. Yeah, it was absolutely one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. And I drank there, had that grape burrito, if you guys saw my Instagram or Snapchat, which was actually pretty good. So you would have thought that I would have been good with that. I wasn't drunk or nothing, but we went to go eat afterwards, and honey, that's when the shit went all downhill. I had all these margaritas, Texas margaritas. Child, I tried to show the fuck out yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I just was drunk. And went home and did it. Too much information. Alright, y'all. Alright. So yeah, I didn't get to see Love and Hip Hop yesterday. I still don't know what the fuck was that whole Dear Mama thing. That was the whole reason why Love and Hip Hop was even on last night, because they were trying to make sure that the audience led into Dear Mama. What was Dear Mama about? Somebody who watched it out there, y'all let me know. Anyway, so I went on and watched the show today and decided to do the review today so I can get 2 days off in a row to recover. And by the time we get to top of the blogs, Roxanne should be back right, because, bitch, I still feel a little drunk. Y'all see these eyes? But I'm at work. Anyway, you guys. Love and Hip Hop, let's get to it, shall we? Mimi says, I don't know what Jocelyn is up to, but it's not cool. Jocelyn started out on the wrong foot, honey, with that whole young lady thing. Chris is annoyed now, and now Mimi is realizing just now that maybe this wasn't a good idea. Jocelyn says she don't know what the problem is. This video release party is to show how success is the perfect revenge. I got a couple of things going on here or there, but as the guest Anna, I got a lot of surprises. So here we go. Mimi says that the girls, yeah, she invited them, but they not coming. Carly said you're trying to blackmail her. Okay, Tammy not coming. Rashida not coming. Ariane not coming. Yeah, they all said they are not coming. I knew that them bitches wasn't going to come anyway. But now that you gave me the opportunity to do whatever I want to every last one of you hoes. She says she owns the city, y'all. So yeah, Jocelyn fully 100 Hollywood, thinking that this show is real life, obviously. Anyway, show enough scraps. Stevie J, they come, they all smiles. Okay, Stevie J meets Chris for the first time. He giving her the googly eye and shit, like he wanted to get on the bus. I'm thinking to myself, like, nah, Brett, she don't roll like that, remember? Stevie J, to twist the knife, he says that she's beautiful. Now, Mimi was just like, I told the nigga don't say that, and he obviously is trying to make this whole thing uncomfortable. Chris ain't feeling the beautiful thing. You know, she says she prefer handsome. Oh, y'all know Chris. So she's getting more and more agitated. Showing up, Scrap was like, Stevie, what's up with your girl? I mean, you know, she blackmailing people. Okay, you know, she told my girl Tommy all this shit about my personal life. Okay, whether or not the shit was true or not, she just a fucking mess. Stevie J was just like, don't worry about that. Don't feed into it. She just tripping. Jocelyn is on that bullshit right now. Then who should walk in the door but Tommy? Okay, and showing up, Scrap was just like, oh my God, I hope it ain't gonna be more drama with this bitch. Tommy walks up to them and showing up, Scrap says the same thing. I hope it ain't fixing to be no shit. Look, Tommy is my girl, so if I hear something in the streets, then I'm gonna put a little bug in her ear. And child, the streets even told her that 15 years ago, KK and Stevie J, they had a dealio. He said a what? She said a dealio. He was like, what the fuck is that? She was just like, they was intimate. Relations. Show No Scrap was like, bitch, what? She was just like, yeah, nigga, he might be your damn daddy, even though I think Show No Scrap is older than 15 fucking years old. Stevie J trying to smooth everything over. Let's watch the video. You know, they watched the video and everybody seemed to be impressed with this fucking song. I'm thinking to myself, like, we have been hearing about this song for like 3 seasons now. Y'all should fucking know the words to it by now. Hell. Now the next bomb is Don walks in. Guess what? Me and Don are best friends like we never left each other. How you like that? Child, well, why she do that? Okay, old fucking hitman Tommy Hearns over there. She's like, bitch, that's that bitch that was talking about KK, and she was talking about my name and putting my name out all in the streets. I said that Tommy say she gonna fuck everybody up one day at a time. So she confronts Don. Bitch, you know who I am. Do you know me, bitch? Of course, security rushes in. Okay, they hustle her out. Okay, sure enough, Scrap is like, I can't even be mad at her, really, because you know what? Payback is a bitch. Okay, Jocelyn is a messy ass bitch, and this is what the hell she get. Let me just get the hitman out of this place. But he's still upset about what Jocelyn says. So, you know, sure enough, Scrap and Sass, they get with Unc. To make a long story short, Unc, you best check your girl, okay? Now, we respect you, but she putting Mom Duke's name out there, saying that you guys had a relationship. Okay, even gonna say some shit like you might be my daddy or something. You know, you need to do something because I'm trying to stay respectful. Before something happened, check your girl. I don't know about any of you guys, but I feel like that whole bomb dropping thing was just like, I mean, is this really the bombs that you had, bitch? I mean, maybe it's because nobody else showed up, but I was just like, this ain't, Mona, bitch, this is not what we, you know, this ain't exciting. Shit show didn't feel like war to me. Did it feel like war to you guys? Now, Jocelyn, honey, she take all her clothes off. You know, she get all relaxed at the house, at the penthouse, excuse me. She said she just got to get her mind right. Last night should have been a celebration of all my accomplishments that I have been working on for like the last 4 or 5 years. After everything went down last night, I had to go back to the penthouse and just take a breather because all that stuff that Tommy did, I was really at a loss for words. I was just like, Jocelyn, you're so fucking contradicting. Now, you talking about you want to fucking drop bombs, okay? You want to get a reaction out of people, but you don't want them to fight. But you want to show them how mature you are, but you want to pull all this bullshit into the party. Like, what the fuck do you want? Okay, just a goddamn mess. Stevie J comes home to the penthouse, okay, by the way, with this rented ass furniture and obviously not where they live in or not necessarily her shit. I mean, just had furnished apartment all over it, but that's another story for another time. Stevie J has the flowers. Jocelyn don't want it. I want to know why that girl tried to ruin that party. Stevie J says, look, I don't really know, but why the fuck would you bring Dawn there to begin with? I mean, she is not good for our relationship. You guys, you know the history that we got with Dawn. Jocelyn was just like, that's old beef. Remember, they elevate that. She was like, stop trying to make me not be friends with Dawn. He was just like, whatever, Jocelyn, okay? Really, I'm just mad at you about that shit you said about KK. Okay, that's family. The shit that you said to her sons, that's not cool. Well, that's what I heard in the streets. Yeah, but why would you tell them kids that? She's like, fuck, they grown. They ain't kids. He was just like, but still, Jocelyn, I need you to sit down with KK and apologize for the shit that you said. He want me to apologize? No, he need to apologize for sticking his nasty beefcake in that little raggedy ass punani. That's the apology that we need, not me. He tries to get her to understand, you know, that that's family and all. But look, you know, Jocelyn says she ain't got time for them hoes. And then switching over to the King family, even with all this shit going on, you guys know it's Dolla's birthday, and they always go to the gravesite to visit him, pour out a little Hennessy, you know, for Dollar. He's been dead for 7 years, and the whole time he's been in the ground. KK has never gone because it's just, you know, she can't seem to go. But she makes an exception this year. She goes out there, you guys, and it actually was sad to me. I don't know if it's because it was Mother's Day and my mama and all of that, but I was just like, oh, this is terrible. I feel bad for all of them. So yeah, that was that. They went to visit and they decided, I guess, even just for one day, that they was gonna let bygones be bygones and be there for their mama who was having a breakdown about Dollar. So yeah, that was pretty sad, wasn't it? Since supposedly Bambi and Scrappy done had this bad breakup, Tammy has done what best friends do for their girls and set Bambi up with this little teeny, eeny, meeny, itsy beansy little boy named Chaz. I was just like, why they put this fucking tall ass girl with these little ass niggas that's gonna absolutely come no further than her damn navel if she was to stand up? He was tiny next to Walker. So, you know, he comes sit down and Child Mona tried to get us to believe that Bambi would give this nigga the time of day if this was real life. She act like she gonna ask him some questions and shit. I said, girl, we ain't buying it, Mona. Now skipping over to Rashida, D-Lo little girl, now that she done gave him that awesome and breathtaking performance last week, she don't understand why they haven't signed her. So now she mad, she funky, she got an attitude. She don't come to work, she be late, you know. So Rashida had enough of it, sent the bitch home. So it's just Rashida and her mama there. Rashida happy, her and Scrappy got the shit together, they friends, D-Lo and Scrappy back friends, it's all good. Now it's time for the mamas to be back friends. In short, Rashida mama was like, hell fuck nah, bitch. Something wrong with Mama D. I came with her. She over the top and she needs some counseling, okay? It ain't gonna, I don't really know who's gonna fix her, but I ain't got time. I'm never gonna sit down and speak to her. No, ma'am. Now, speaking of Mama D, she and Ernest are in the bed together, you guys. And I was just like, ugh, this is so gross. That fucking room looked like it smelled like Badussy. All that fucking kissing and moaning and her licking his nipples and sucking his I was just like, this is fucking too much for regular time TV. So now they got problems, right? The nigga ain't helping with the bills, and now he ain't even, he ain't fucking her. He can't get his dick hard. I said, now, Ernest, this is how you gonna let Mona represent you, nigga? You gonna let them get on here and let us think that your dick don't get hard? Really, Mona? You ain't shit for that. But whatever. Ernest was like, look, I can't help with the bills the way you want me to. But I'm working hard. I got 2 damn jobs. I give you my check from Walmart and McDonald's. What the fuck else do you want? You knew I was an ex-con. You knew the struggle was gonna be real. All I want is a little credit. I don't need nothing else from you. But Mama D, she ain't feeling old brother Ernest right now. Now, skipping back over to Rashida, this is interesting. Now, everybody has been pointing out in my comments the way that Rashida always rolls her eyes whenever Tammy gets on her kicks when she's talking about, how successful her life is. Rashida always seems to not have much patience for Tammy. So it's interesting that Mona would put these two together in a room and act like they're really good friends. I was like, Mona, girl, I don't think Rashida is committing to that role. Tammy says that she hooked Bambi up with little teeny eensy teeny tiny Chaz, y'all, and Deb ain't with it.
Chaz is a longtime friend of Waka's. He's like family. He's like my nephew. I just need to know that he's okay because he's a good guy.
Was Bambi done? Supposedly. Rashida says, you know what, Bambi and Scrappy, they on and off. Okay, but I'm out of it. Okay, whatever Bambi and Scrappy decide to do, then that's on them. But I want to talk more about, my mama. Me and Scrappy good, but now my mama and Mama D, they ain't getting along well. And she came to the store, she cut the food and talked to my mama all crazy. Deb was just like,
honestly, it's got me baffled because she never talked to me like that. She never.
Bitch, ain't nobody ever gonna talk to you like that. They know what's fucking good for them. Rashida says, well, that's why I want you to come and I want you to mediate this meeting, okay, and see if we can get these two back together. Well, I was thinking to myself, like, didn't your mama say she ain't never meeting with Mama D? Well, we got an answer to that too. Her and Scrappy decided they gonna sneak the mamas together, gonna invite them all to brunch, and Deb will be the mediator. Deb says we need to get this shit together because we mamas, we mature, we need to show, them that we can all get along and not be with all this bullshit.
We are gonna be really nice. We got a nice little spread here.
But it ain't working out, y'all. The mamas ain't with it. So what the fuck is the problem then? Well, Mama D, she goes on to explain the shit that she said at the damn store, that if the mother of Rashida would have sat on the nest long enough, then maybe Rashida would have hatched out to be a better person. Then she pulls out this feather out of her purse and she starts doing some kind of little ritual, and I was just like, okay, listen, I am so over Mama D and what she thinks is funny and cute. This shit is not even funny no more. Like 5 seasons, we've had enough. Grown people don't act like that. I'm sure she doesn't act like that. It's not even believable. Y'all need to cut this out. Then Ernest says that she got a damn drinking problem. Why he say that? Then she say, well, nigga, you can't get it up. You need some lubricant. Deb Annie was just like,
Mama D's frustrated. She's sexually goddamn frustrated. So ain't nothing we can do about this.
While they all arguing back and forth and everything, Deb, she gets a little messy. I was just like, oh, Deb, this ain't like you. But Deb drops the bomb that, little eeny, meeny, teensy, pinsy, weensy little Chaz and Bambi went on a date together. Well, of course, Scrappy didn't know that, okay? And if Deb knows it, Rashida, did you know it? Rashida said she knew it, but she didn't want to get it. He was just like, well, if they know it, then who the fuck else know about this, okay? So now Scrap is mad. His mama and his stepdaddy, they having their issues. You know what? Let's just leave. So they leave out of their child. I was just like... that scene was just stupid. Alright, you guys, that's it. Let me get off here and give me something to eat. I'm so mad I recorded the whole second part and then realized it wasn't recording. So now my damn lunch is short and I got to hurry up. So anyway, you guys, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.